We're gonna do our first video. Let's get it started.
Letterman with some new reporting on the next wave of relief payments. That's going to be relief to many. What can you tell us about that? That's going to be relief to many. What can you tell us about that? That's going to be relief to many. What can you tell us about that?
Okay. A little bit better now.
Well, Alex, those payments, the first ones went out on Friday night, according to the IRS. And we want to be clear with people. They're only going to get one coronavirus payment unless Congress authorizes a whole new round. But
Okay, so I'm still waiting for mine to come up because I haven't gotten mine yet. I've been checking my bank account every other day or so, and I still ain't got it. So maybe we'll get it. I don't know.
not everyone is going to get the money at the same time. So you're going to see these sent out in waves over the coming weeks as the IRS and the Treasury are able to process more and more Americans. And a senior Treasury Department official told me that tens of millions of Americans will see those payments directed into their bank accounts by Wednesday, April 15th. And then as we look forward on the calendar.
Okay, so maybe by Wednesday it'll be there, you know, but, you know, we'll have to see. Do I think this is a good idea? I think in the short term it will be. In the long term, though, I don't think it will be. I think that we'll look back at this and we'll be saying to ourselves, what the hell were we thinking? You know, we must have lost our minds, because this is going to have a huge effect on our economy. It's already having a huge effect, actually, but you get what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm trying to say.
For this on April 17th, that's this coming Friday. It's the deadline the IRS has said. They're going to have a new website up. It's going to be a portal similar to that one that you use to check the status of your tax refund every year, but instead you'll be able to use it to see when your payment is coming. And if you need to, you can use it to update your direct deposit information with the IRS. Then later in April, Social Security recipients are going to start seeing that money put into their accounts. And for people who don't have a bank account, are going to be getting a paper check. Those will be mailed out starting in May. And for people who are wondering whether or not there's going to be more money beyond this, Alex, we know that this is something that Congress and President Trump are talking about, having potentially a second round of coronavirus stimulus payments.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching.
So, everybody was crying about socialism. Now you got it. See, it's like everybody got what they wanted in the end. Well, not everybody, but you get what I'm trying to say. Let's read the comments. See what the comments say. Excuse me for a second. Can someone tell me why the it's can process 5 million? What? Okay, I'm gonna read this the way it should be read, and not the way it's actually written. Can someone please tell me why the IRS can process 5 million paper checks in a day, but direct deposit, which takes this work, is taking this long? And that I have to agree with. You know, why does it take so long? Why does everything have to be such a drawn-out process? Who knows? $1,200 can't cover 1 month rent, food, supply, but free money is free money. Can't complain. Yeah, you know, if you're depending on this check for rent, you know, you probably want to go get another job. I'm just saying, like this, you shouldn't just want to sit back and expect this to cover your bills or whatever. But hey, free money is free money. You think I'm gonna complain about it? No. But I'm not gonna sit back and use my money for stupid crap either, like some of these people are doing. I am an investor after all, and I do want to invest in some things. Conservatives say if you don't give the rich more money, they will lose their... Nobody's saying that, first of all. So you don't know what you're talking about, sir. Let me switch to my other headset. I don't like this headset. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Here we go. Let's try this now. Okay. Maybe this is a little bit better. I don't know. We'll try this and see. We'll do a test.
MSNBC on YouTube if you want to keep.
Yeah, I don't want to watch the rest of that. Let's try to look for something else here. Let's see. Let's see what happens if we type in stimulus checks. I want to post this in the comment section. How many people have gotten those checks yet? Might help if I actually type this right. You know, it would probably help if I spelled stimulus right too. How many of you have gotten your stimulus checks yet? Alright, let's see. Let's see what this guy's saying. He looks pretty smart.
I am making this video about the IRS economic stimulus checks as of Saturday, April 11th, yet again, because I want to clear up even more confusion that's out there about the stimulus check money. If you heard people say that they got their stimulus check, if they got their stimulus check money, this is what is going on as of Saturday, April 11th. Digital banks such as Chime fronted their own money, $1,200 to 1,000 customers for the stimulus check money. That's certainly nice of them. That's certainly nice of Chime. The CEO of Chime, Chris Bright, is waiting for reassurance from the government that these Chime users who they fronted the stimulus money can't redirect stimulus payments to other bank accounts before Chime decides to expand the pilot program to other users. Now, Chime will front 100,000 members $200 in anticipation of the stimulus check money. So you did not receive your stimulus check money. You received...
Because a lot of people on Facebook were talking a lot of stuff about, I've already gotten my check. And you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing yet. They ain't even sent it out yet. You're probably not going to get it until the 15th. So what are you talking about? What are the people talking about? They already got their money. Because I'm checking my bank account. I'm going to check it right now, actually. Hold on a second. While this guy's talking, I'm going to check my bank account. Because I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing. I'm going to check my account right now and see if it's in there. Logging in. Let me log into my account. Ooh. I got paid Friday. I got my check from my workplace. But I ain't got no stimulus check yet. You know, not that I really need the money. I'm just saying, like, it'd be nice to have a little bit extra money, you know what I'm saying? Because I got some things that I really want to do. And if I had $1,200 to do those things, you know, I mean, that would be fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Like, $1,200 is actually not a lot of money. But if you think about it, it is, but it ain't. Because you can pay your rent with that, depending on where you live, of course. And, you know, $1,200 is not a lot, but every little bit counts. You know, every little bit helps. What am I saying? Let me run and get some water real quick. Okay. Whew. Alright, let me go ahead and take a look at this again, because I think that these folks is crazy. What am I even doing? Okay.
Received in advance of it. So please stop saying that you received the stimulus check money. Well, I guess
Exactly. Stop spreading nonsense too. People always want to spread some nonsense, and I don't understand that. Like, look, you don't know what you're talking about, then shut up. If you don't know what you're talking about, just shut up. Don't be out there just talking a bunch of nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously.
okay. You did receive $1,200. However, it's in advance. I hope that clicks and stop causing confusion to other people. Again, Chime is not the only fintech digital bank.
Stop causing confusion, people. Stop it. Just stop spreading nonsense. You know, I feel like if people could stop doing that, the world would be a better place, in my personal opinion.
Doing this, there are others. There's a mobile banking startup called Current. They're doing this. I believe NetSpend's doing this. There's a whole bunch of other fintech bank companies that are doing this as well. It's a marketing ploy. Now they have me mentioning it. See, it's working. Good job, guys. For the rest of us folk, the stimulus check money is targeted for this week. So something to look forward to.
Okay.
For the people saying that they received their stimulus check, but it was only $600, come on, guys. This was the federal pandemic unemployment compensation. This was the unemployment stimulus. This was not the stimulus check money. The $600 was the boost from the federal unemployment. So that's unemployment money. That's not the.
Yeah, exactly. That's something different. You know what I'm saying? That's unemployment money. That's not the stimulus money. So people were upset about that. But I mean, money is money. I mean, why people getting upset about money that, you know, free money they're getting from the government? Why would you be upset about that? Folks is weird like that. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. You me? You know what I'm saying? I tell people to leave me alone, because they won't stop messaging me. Every 5 minutes, they gotta message me about something. Like, what is it? What is it that's so important? You gotta interrupt my live stream. You ain't talking about nothing. You're not talking about nothing. So they just wanna chat. They don't even want to talk about nothing. What are you talking about? Nothing. Exactly.
Stimulus check money. So please get that right. Stop telling people you received the stimulus check money. For SSDI recipients, you do not need to file a simple tax return. For SSI recipients, I encourage you to file a tax return. The simple tax return that was released, just recently released. The reason why I say this is because the IRS says we are continuing to explore ways to see if the economic impact payments can be made automatically to SSI recipients and those who receive veterans disability compensation. People in these groups can file a simple tax return or wait as the IRS continues to review automatic payment options to simplify delivery for these groups. Okay, so Social Security recipients should get their stimulus check money the 3rd or 4th week of April. If you are an SSI recipient, and if you have faith in the government that they'll get this sorted out and they'll automatically get you this money, then you don't have to do anything.
If you have faith in the government, okay, I follow you. First of all, You should never have faith in the government. That's your problem right there, is having faith in the government.
However, if you don't have faith that the government will get their stuff together and get you that money automatically, then please, I encourage you to go to that simple tax return, fill that out, and then you will be ensured that you will get that stimulus money. I'll leave the link below. If you already did the Intuit TurboTax stimulus check registration, then you do not need to do the simple tax return. That's gonna be a duplication, so don't do it. If you already did on the TurboTax, you're good. If you already filed a tax return in 2018 or 2019, do not fill out the simple tax return. If you fill out a tax return in 2018 or 2019 and you want to input the banking information, that web portal will be coming online this week. That's the expected target date. I will leave a link for that below as well. I hope this helps.
Let's see the link.
I made this video because I saw the comments.
The people be spreading a lot of nonsense. Let me see this link he's talking about though for this banking website. Let's go here. Now, all right, non-filers, enter payment info here. Okay, what if you already filed? I already filed my taxes this year. So do I need to do anything? Oh, it ain't online yet. Okay, so they should already have my information. And there's some of you other people out here. I guess I'll go ahead and post this in the chat. Check on your money. Because I know some of you all out there want your money. I want my money. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, technically it ain't my money, but, you know. Well, actually it is. So I want to hear people's comments on this. What is your comment on this? You know, what do you think about the stimulus check? Is it a good idea? Is it horrible? I personally think it's going to be bad because the government doesn't have any money. And so what's going to happen is that taxes are going to go up probably next year or maybe the year after. But I understand that this is a pandemic that we're in. And people need money. People need money to survive. So, you know, maybe the thought process is that we can go ahead and give this money to you now when you need it, and then later on down the line, you know what I'm saying, you can pay us back. But because people are irresponsible and they don't save the money like they should, and that is the problem. So when something like this happens, then they find themselves in a predicament. Can't pay the bills and things of that nature. So the government has to step in and say, well, since you can't manage your money, we're going to manage your money for you. And you can take that however you want to take it. But let me go ahead and post a link to check on your money. Hold on a second. Check on your money here. When it comes online later this week. So people are going to be asking, you know, how do I check on my money? Well, that's how you check on it right there. Now, okay, so here we go. Let's look at some information here, because people spread a lot of nonsense. If you receive these benefits, we already have your information, and you will receive $1,200. Do not use this application if you receive Social Security, retirement, disability, or survivor benefits, railroad retirement, or survivor benefits. You know, I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. So, Let me see if I'm eligible for the economic impact payment. Let's see who is eligible. U.S. residents who will receive the economic impact payment of $1,200 for individual or head of household filers and $2,400. See, I would need that $2,400, but I ain't married. I'm only one person, so they ain't gonna give me that money. Everybody else is getting $1,200, $2,400. I'm only getting $1,200. No, I think it should be the other way around. I think that the single people and people filing head of household should get the $2,400. That's my opinion. And the married folks, they can get $1,200, because us single guys have it tough out here. People don't realize that, but we do. We have it tough. Ain't nobody looking for us. Ain't nobody caring about our well-being. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we should get the $2,400, because it's hard out here when you're single. It's hard. Everybody thinks it's easy. It ain't. If I don't pay my bills, they don't get paid. If I don't work, then I don't eat. I ain't got nobody to lean on. So that's just how it is. I'm not trying to complain. I'm just telling you how it is. So I feel like the single people should get $2,400, and the married people should get $1,200. That's my opinion, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's see. So, you have to be eligible with a social security number. Apparently, some people were upset about this because I guess if you don't have a social security number, well, you can't get paid. And a lot of illegal, undocumented workers, whatever, were not getting money. And people were upset about that. But, I don't see what's to be upset about. Like, what's to be upset about? I don't get it. $7,500 for individuals. So if you make up to $7,500, wait a minute, or not a dependent of another taxpayer and have a work eligible social with adjusted up to $75,000 for individuals, $112,000 for head of household, and $150,000 for married couples. If their adjusted income is between $7,500 and $99,000, or $100,000, which, to be fair, if you're making $100,000 a year, you probably don't need this anyway. Now, I know some people are gonna get upset about that, but come on, if you're making $100,000 a year, you don't need the economic stimulus. They should have just gave people who made under $75,000 more money instead of giving it to those people. But that's my opinion of the subject. If they were going to do it like that. Okay, here we go. I don't care about none of this other stuff. Okay, so people who have filed a tax return for 2018, 2019. If you have already filed tax returns for this year, 2019, the IRS will use this information to calculate the payment amount, which I've already filed, so I don't have to worry about nothing. Okay, if you haven't filed yet for 2019, but filed a 2018 tax return, for these taxpayers, the IRS would use their information from their 2018 tax filings to make the economic impact payment calculations. So there it is right there. People keep messaging me. Why are people phone blowing up? Phone ain't blow. Nobody called me or text me all day. When I start live streaming, everybody wants to call me and text me all of a sudden. I don't know why. People just won't leave me alone. Blowing my phone up. What are they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Let me see. There you go. Maybe they'll leave me alone now so I can get back to my video. So, okay, so basically what this is saying is that if you've already filed in 2018, 2019, then you don't have anything to worry about. So there it is. That's what I wanted to know. That is the question everybody had. Is if you already filed, they're going to use your information from 2018 to 2019 to give you direct deposit. So those of us who have direct deposit ain't got to worry about nothing. If you ain't got a direct deposit, then you're getting your check in May. And then if you don't have nothing, you know, no social security number, and you ain't filed taxes in how long or whatever, then you probably ain't going to get nothing because you done messed up anyway. Okay, so let me see what some other people's thoughts are on this. Because I want to see what people are really saying. What are they really saying? He's not upset. He's not angry, but he sure is frustrated. Yeah. People can be kind of annoying, you know. Especially these people on these forums and on Facebook spreading a lot of nonsense. I can't stand people who do that crap. Okay, the warning of hyperinflation. Okay, here's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see somebody talk about some actual something.
What's up, you guys? It's Graham here. So I'm going to be attempting to answer one of the most difficult questions that I've been getting asked recently here on the channel after this new stimulus plan was recently passed. And that would be, am I still wearing pants? To which the answer is yes, but I've switched to sweatpants now that I've been doing nothing lately but staying at home. Okay, no, but seriously, we have to address a major concern that a lot of people have been asking about recently that not only impacts our entire economy, but your money personally, and that would be inflation. It's the concept that as more money gets printed into our economy, like for example $2 trillion, it makes the value of our existing money worth less, and therefore our money loses value in terms of what it could buy. Now, inflation is nothing new, and we've been seeing this almost every single year since the beginning of time. It's why in 1955 a house was $9,500, and now 65 years later it costs $270,000.
Ooh, $270,000. Good Lord. Now, who in their right mind is going to be able to afford that? In 2020, more home building activity and consequent growth in supply should tame the home. Yeah, right. I'm going to tell you what's going to tame this number right here. And that's people being out of work and they're being unemployed and not being able to buy a house. That's what's going to tame this number right here. Almost $300,000 on average. So let me see if I can type that in. Hold on a second. That's not what I wanted to look up. Okay, here we go. Housing market predictions. I like doing this on the fly. For 2020. Let's look at the average home price. Home price. Well, why not? In USA. The median home price in the USA is $200,000. Is it though? When was this? This is back in 2017. Let's see. By year. Here we go. Here we go. Is $270,000 for a house. Let's look at this chart. Can't see nothing, Captain. Oh, boo. Wouldn't anything you're using ad blocker? Okay, fine. I'll turn it off for the site. Here we go. You're happy now? this crap. Should have just left it on there. I just wanted to see the chart. I don't care nothing about nothing that's on this webpage. Let me go back to the other chart. Here it is. We just look at this chart. So as we can see here, I don't know if you guys can see that. It is kind of small, but you know, I do what I can. You can look here. There's a sharp incline here around 2012, and then in 2013, you know, it was a sharp incline in 2012. Like 2012 was that year. I'm telling you, man, we were finding deals left and right. Then it kind of tapered off in 2014, or excuse me, mid 2013, and then it kind of went down a little bit. Then it went back up again, and then it went down, went up. Now we're at the all-time high. I'm curious to see what it's going to look like this year with things the way they are. You know, I'm curious to see that. 'Cause that's what we want to know. Is will this continue to go up here? Now, I'm gonna use my my tools here. So we're gonna do some drawing. We're gonna do some drawing. I like to draw. You guys like to draw? I like to draw. Let's draw. All right. So maybe this isn't the best program to use for this. We're gonna try this. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do some art. Art was one of my favorite classes in high school. So we're gonna draw a line here, and this is the average home price in America. And if we look, we're gonna see a trend line of this, and a secondary trend line of this. And then there's going to be a third trend line of this right here. Now the thing is that we got resistance right here. For those of us that trade stocks, we know what this is. This is a resistance line. Well, I predict that we're going to do this right here. I don't think it's going to go down to this level, but I think it is going to go down to this level. And then it's going to do a V shape in like a couple of months or so. Back up again. No. Maybe here, perhaps. I don't know. That's my prediction. Based on the information that I have in front of me right now. But it's just my opinion. You know, my unprofessional opinion. What is this? Average earnings, this isn't nothing. I have no idea. What is this? Single family stars by decade, population adjusted. Okay. But what is it saying though? Let's get back to the video.
Or how a gallon of milk used to cost 92 cents and now it's $2.69 here in California. It's also why McDonald's used to have an actual dollar menu, but now the same items on that menu cost multiple dollars. Like, just call it a $2 menu at that point. But I'm gonna save that argument for another video. Anyway, the worry is that as trillions of dollars gets printed into our economy, it negatively impacts the value of everyone else's money, as suddenly the prices of everything else goes up, our money buys less, and then we have to make more money to pay for those things. Like, imagine 20 years from now, a gallon of milk is costing $10, a loaf of bread is $15, and a cup of homemade iced coffee is $2. What a nightmare that would be. But wait, there's more. It gets
coffee costing $2. Now, who in their right mind would want to pay $2 for some coffee? Even if it was like $5. $5 is insane. $2 is asking too much. That's my opinion. It's asking too much. If I was elected president, coffee would be free. I would make it a national mandate that all coffee is free and made available to the public. That's going to be my economic stimulus package right there. Free coffee for everybody. free coffee for everybody. Now, of course, it's not really going to be free. It's going to be, part of the taxes. But, I mean, if you promise free stuff, apparently, people will vote for you. I mean, that's just how it works. You don't even really have to have a plan to get the free stuff. You can just promise free stuff, and people will vote for you. Because that's how it is, apparently.
Worse. If inflation ever gets out of control, the biggest concern people have is ending up like Zimbabwe, who just printed so much money that a loaf of bread costs, wait for it, can't even make this up, $35 million. And their money lost so much value that people were, everything else goes up, and all of a sudden, in comparison, this $20 is worth a little bit less money. There's a really cool inflation calculator out there. If you just go to Google and type in inflation calculator, and that shows
inflation calculation. Following form adjusts any given amount of money for inflation. So basically,
you how much your money would be worth through every year imaginable. And even in the last 20 years, we've seen quite a difference in terms of how far your money really goes.
How far your money really goes. And I don't think it's going very far now, because ain't nothing open. Can't buy nothing nowhere. Where you gonna spend the money at? That's my question about the whole economic stimulus package. Where you gonna spend the money at? Ain't nothing open. You can't go nowhere. What you gonna do? Buy something on Amazon? I guess. I don't know. I mean, maybe you'll buy some gold. That's what I would do, because that's the only thing that's going up right now.
Let's take the year 2000. Back then, $100 would buy you what $150 buys you today. That means that you need to spend 50% more to buy you the exact same things today. So, what causes this? I don't know why I did that. I thought it would be cool. I have no idea how that looked ridiculous. Whatever. Well, the cause of inflation is broken down into 3 categories. The first is due to increased demand and not enough production. Like, the price of toilet paper begins going up if people are buying it nonstop and they can't keep.
See, that's what you should have invested in right there. That's what you should use your stimulus money for, buying toilet paper. Toilet paper is going up. I'm going to start my own brokerage firm for investing in toilet paper. Because I believe it's going places. It's going places right now. In my opinion. In my humble opinion. So I think that's going to be the new gold rush right there. Like, in the early 1900s, there was the gold rush. And now the toilet paper is going to be the new gold rush, And we find new sources of toilet paper.
Keep up with demand, then boom, prices go up. The second is due to an increase in production cost, like with stocks and in real estate.
Yes, and that's why I recommend buying real estate if at all possible. More so than stocks. Now, a lot of my colleagues will tell you to go out and buy stocks. Okay, I'm not against that. I'm just saying that you should diversify your investments and buy some real estate as well. But there's a lot of stock videos on YouTube of people buying stocks and trading stocks and making money in stocks. But you don't really see a lot of real estate videos. Other than mine, of course. Which, if you don't know, I make tons and tons of videos on YouTube talking about real estate. Do people watch it? Maybe. Some of them do. Some don't.
So that means that if inflation is 3% a year, then your investment should, in theory, go up an extra 3% a year. Other people say that moderate inflation is necessary to keep our economy growing. Because if we know our money is going to be losing value every single year, it prompts us to want to go and spend our money or reinvest it back into the markets, causing it to continue growing. However, other people could view inflation as a negative, because if they're, for instance, holding on to vast sums of cash, their money is going to be having less and less purchasing power power every single year that they're holding on to it and not spending it. It also means that those very same stocks, commodities, and real estate are going to cost more money to buy in the future as they rise with inflation. And that just means you'll need more money to then go and pay for them. But overall, in moderation, a steady, consistent inflation rate is generally seen as a healthy indicator of our economy. Because people can know what to expect, businesses can plan accordingly, and it's slow enough that most of us are not going to know any major difference day by day. That's why the United States tries to aim for as close of a 2% annual inflation rate as possible. Although what would happen if you just released an extra $2 trillion into our economy? Is that going to be enough to cause hyperinflation and send us into a...
Yeah, exactly. Is it going to cause hyperinflation? That's the key right there that we have to look out for.
World where we need to go with a wheelbarrow of money just to go and buy a cup of coffee from Starbucks? Well, if we look back historically, we could see that since the early 1900s, we've had several periods of excessively high inflation, of which a few times where it's exceeded 10%. So what caused that, and could something similar happen today? Well, the most severe and probably the most obvious one from the chart happened from 1913 to 1919 as inflation surpassed 19%. This was due to the spending of World War I and the vast manufacturing of supplies. Not to mention, it was estimated that a shortage of resources led to higher production costs and higher prices, so it was really like the perfect storm. After that, we saw another period of intense inflation during and after World War II. There was a period of wage freezing, price control, and several other measures that were taken into place to prevent large companies from having to increase wages. But because of the severe deficit of spending involved in the war, more money had to be borrowed, more money circulated back into the economy, and due to an increase of...
Let me see if I can find the video on that. Google.com. And we're going to look at the inflation rate. Inflation rate. Let me see. I'm trying to look at a good chart. There's no good charts on here. None at all. Here we go. U.S. inflation rate. Let's see. Let's type in the U.S. inflation rate by year. Maybe we'll find it there. Who knows? Since 1900. Yeah, I wish this was bigger, but you get the point. You get what I'm trying to do here. So as you can see, it spiked here. And it spiked here. Now, it did go down in 2009. That's what I really wanted to see. It hasn't gone down recently, and then it kind of tapered. It kind of was on the bounce back, you know. Yeah, like it really went up back then. So maybe this is a better example. Okay, so yeah, you can kind of see like in 2009, excuse me, it went down a little bit. Went down a little bit in 2019 too, but it's been on the uptick. Damn, it really shot up then. Damn. Oh, it's not the inflation chart. What is this? What am I looking at? Here we go. This is a little bit better, but it doesn't go up to 2010. I feel like somebody is just drawing these charts and they don't really know what they're talking about. They're just drawing random charts. Like, here it is right here. It's like a polygraph test. They just replaced the polygraph test with like a chart and said U.S. inflation. Yeah, it's not even accurate.
spending, we saw an inflation of just over 13%. However, 3%. Then the years after that were much closer to 2%. And really because...
Yeah, exactly. So everybody was freaking out about, oh, inflation, but it really didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, all in all, that's kind of my take on this whole thing, is that it's not really going to have a huge effect in the long run, but people are making more out of it than what needs to be. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion on it. But I'm going to go ahead and log off here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Might be streaming tomorrow. Who knows? Just depends on how I feel. You know? But until next time, peace.